Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Migrant Hope channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Charlene and I am the curator of the Migrant Hope channel. We are a platform meant to inspire intentional choices in the lives of Black young professionals and our allies. On today's episode, I'm going to be chatting about some expenses that you may not have thought about, but that has led you to kind of accrue more expenses over a month, and how, cutting back on those things can possibly help you save more in the long run. You guys know I'm all about discipline and not deprivation, so hence that's what we're going to have in mind throughout this video. Make sure you like, share, comment, and most importantly, make sure that you subscribe. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you in the video. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now, the first thing I would say, and I'll say this to every single person, is when you want to think about expenses that you may want to cut, the first thing could possibly be subscriptions. And what I mean by subscriptions are Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, HBO, every single one. Disney Plus, BET, every single one that you can possibly think about. All of these subscriptions, it may be $12 each month, right? 12 over here. The HBO, I think, is even more expensive. But by the time you add all of it and multiply by 12, it ends up being a lot. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get rid of every single thing, then you cannot even watch television. If you're like anything like me, we don't even have cable, we have just all these apps and stuff. So you don't want to cut up every single thing, but cut off the one that you have not used in the past 3 months. So within this whole quarantine period, if you really have not really used any of those streaming platforms in the past 3 months, cut it off, because it may not be necessarily something that you need, and something that may be preventing you from saving more money. So I definitely recommend that you may take a step back and analyze those subscriptions that you're not necessarily using. I, for one, use Amazon Prime a lot. So if I was even supposed to try and rank everything out, I'll probably keep Amazon Prime before I keep anything else. So that's just something for me, at least, because I'm always ordering random things. Today is pajamas, tomorrow is glasses, tomorrow is whatever. But I'm a big Amazon Prime person, or medicine, groceries, whatever the case may be. I'm always on Amazon. But that's something that I probably will not cut. I'll probably cut off if I had Hulu or if I had HBO. I don't use those things like that. So that would definitely be something that I maybe cut back on. So the second thing, which as millennials, I know many of us may not be very crazy about cooking, and cooking is not our thing, but ordering out or eating out tends to take up a lot of money. Now, the food may be cheap, but Uber, Uber Eats. Every time I go on there, and let me just pretend I want to order something, I look at that delivery fee, I'm like, I might as well just walk to the restaurant and go buy the food myself. So eating out and ordering out tends to add up a lot. I know there are many people that I know, and not to say anything about guys, but it tends to mostly be guys who I'm talking about in this instance. But a lot of times, they could spend about $200 a month on eating out. That's a lot of money if you think about it. 200 times 12 months, that's $2,400 on eating out. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be the chef or you have to be a top chef or whatever, but you may consider, instead of eating out 7 days a week or 5 days a week, maybe cut it down to about 2 or 3 times. That would definitely save you money, and try to just buy little things. If you buy food, let's say if you buy Chinese food, for example, even though it doesn't taste that great after the second day, but you may buy enough that you can eat over the span of 2 days, so that you don't necessarily have to worry about food, and you don't necessarily be tempted to eat out, because those delivery charges and everything, it adds up and it gets crazy. Now, the third thing that you may want to think about to be able to cut down on your expenses is high interest credit card debt. A lot of us, many of us have multiple credit cards, especially as millennials. We have Visa, we have MasterCard, some of us have Amex, depending on what you decide to use it for, or even you have Victoria's Secret and all that stuff. Credit card debt adds up. you know, it could be $200 here, it could be $500 here, and most of those credit card companies have high interest rates. If you don't make your payments on time, you're literally going to pay a lot of money, and it adds up over time. So that's why I definitely encourage you. I have one credit card, and it's easy for me to manage that way. If I had multiple, maybe I'll be tempted to spend more, but I know how to control spending really well, as well as I'm not really a blower of money. I can control my spending, but sometimes I'm like, okay, let me buy a nice shirt, or my things go to clothes and shoes. That's really where my money really goes. But if anything, right, like I have just one, and it's just easier for me to manage that one. The more credit cards you have, and if you don't make those payments on time, you're definitely going to pay more in credit card interest debt, and that would definitely add more. So states where things are opening up, a lot of times our money tends to go to transportation. For me, last year I was at a point where most of my expenses ended up going between Uber and flight tickets. So the flight tickets, of course, I had to go to those places, but Uber, not necessarily. I didn't need to take Uber at that particular time. So I definitely encourage you guys to definitely try to see if you can cut down on transportation. If you live in New York City, cancel your WageWorks card, because I had mine and so much of my paycheck kept going in there, but I'm like, I'm not even using the subway. I haven't taken the train since March like 10th. I think that was the last time I went into Manhattan, and since then, you know, but every paycheck is still $60 something that gets taken out of my paycheck. Is your money at the end of the day. But definitely stop that payments, because the more money is going there, of course, you're not even traveling, you're not even using the Uber, you're not even using the subway of all places, so it's definitely taking a lot more than you need. So definitely cut that out. And then another thing that you may want to consider, and another expense, could be insurance premiums. So if you have health insurance, if you have dental, vision, since they don't come together, and all insurance companies, like, me and you, we need to have a separate talk. But like, cut down on your insurance premiums. Now, if you're staying home and you're not really going anywhere, and you have a high insurance premium that you pay for health insurance or whatever, you know, even for your car insurance and all that stuff, cut down on your premium, because if you're not necessarily doing those things that would cause you to actually make use of it, I encourage you to cut it down. It may only cut it down by $20 or $40, but in the long run, if you add it up, it definitely would help you to save more. So that's something that you may want to think about. It's another means by which you can definitely cut down expenses. And then, guys, the last and final thing, and this is for me, actually, I made this point for me, and if you're anything like me, Amazon. Stop buying from Amazon if you don't need the thing. I feel like now that we're all home, it's like, oh yeah, I need this, boom. The other day, literally, I got my hair done, right? I have a flat iron, mind you, but then I was like, no, my flat iron, the clasps are too small, I want a bigger one. I'm like sitting at the hair salon, I'm like, okay, let me go order another one. I was like, oh yeah, it's only $36. But if I add the amount of money since March I've spent on Amazon, it's not even funny. And I know myself, on a usual day or usual month minus COVID-19, I will not be spending that much. So that's another expense that if you don't need it, please stop buying it. Charlene, stop buying. This is for me as well, guys. I hope that was helpful in terms of some expenses that you may want to cut back on if you want to save more. A lot of those points were for me, you know, I wrote them for myself, because when I rewatch this and when I edit it, I'll be teaching myself a lesson in the process. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I'm very grateful for all the support, all the love, all the comments, especially on Instagram. We've been getting a lot of traction on Instagram. I'm very grateful for that. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Have a wonderful day, and be sure to like, share, comment, and most importantly, be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you guys later, and bye.